Hey YouTube, this is the art of prepping. It's dark outside and it's cold, and so excuse the actual video quality, the lighting, and there's really nothing to look at here. So I just threw a few things in front of here, so there's like something that you can possibly just dwell on. My "Don't Tread on Me" sticker. But basically, I just wanted to talk real quickly about consideration and respect. Is this an adaptation of our species, or is this a purposeful behavior? Now, as you guys may know by now, I've been through a lot of years of school, had a lot of science classes, and let me just tell you, it's pushed in uh, basically state universities that it is an adaptation, that we as humans, a species of animals, apparently. Now, we sometimes, some people do act like animals, but I don't know if we're actually animals in the pure sense of that. And mainly because we have a various level of consciousness, and our communication skills are vastly superior than any other creature. And so I have a hard time feeling like that we're actually of the same subset as animals. But regardless of how you want to look at that, it is very important as preppers and people that are just generally into preparedness to have a level of consideration and respect for others, sympathy, empathy, whatever. Now, this is because when you identify with one another, you identify with yourself. This is something that's very hard for a lot of people to understand, that we are all in the same boat. We all have basically the same experiences. We, as a higher order creature, if you will, because I kind of refuse to say that we're an animal in the purest sense, we have choices to make. And I believe that not everything is an adaptation through evolution. I don't even believe in the true definition of, evolutionary biology, for example. I think that's very flawed. It's just at very most a hypothesis. It's not even really a theory. There is no real proof. Now, you can go back in there in mainstream textbooks and you can try to dredge up things, but they're all just hypotheses. Okay? And so I'm not pushing creationism or any of that stuff at all. I'm just saying what I know for sure not to be true, and that's going to be biological evolution. So we did not come from apes, and we did not come from swamp gas or birds. I don't believe any of that crap. So let's get back on topic. And just in closing here, I just want to say that we have the obligation to make good choices. And so regardless if you think a lot or most of our free will is dictated by the environment, which it probably is, we still have at least some minute ability to make choices. And so we are ultimately, and for the most part, still in charge of probably the greater path of our life than not. And so I would be interested to hear what you have to say about that issue, because there's a lot of preppers that just do things just for themselves, and they don't have a level of respect or consideration for others. It's all about themselves. Now, luckily, the people that I know in prepping are not that way, but I do see a lot of people on forums that are all about them and them alone. And if you want to be a lone wolf in prepping, that's probably going to be one of the more sure ways to die fast. If there ever was an extreme emergency, an extreme calamity that required you to actually endure for a longer period of time than just a few weeks. Thank you for your support. Thanks for all the messages are just pouring in the last few days. And I'm just so glad that people are willing to communicate with me more. Don't forget to email me if you wish, if you have more of a private question or comment, at theartofprepping@hotmail.com, theartofprepping@hotmail.com. And if it takes me a few minutes or even a few hours to respond back to you through the messaging on YouTube, just know that I'm getting hit pretty hard with messages, but don't stop. Let them keep on coming. It's really good. The channel is growing immensely just in the last few days. So it could be a content issue. I'm trying to hone in on this. And I want to thank you, though, once again, for allowing me a platform to speak my mind. You guys take care.